No. I'll never put myself through that again. They say every man dies, but not every man lives. But I think sometimes living just makes death come that much quicker. I don't know if that's irony or tragedy, but it's the truth. Back east, I was a banker. In 1842, I got my first promotion. That was the year I married Suzanne. We had two children, Jonathan and Rachel. We were comfortable, but I wanted more. It wasn't greed. I just felt like there was more to life than what we'd grown accustomed to. That the unknown held the promise of something greater. From what I'd heard, that promise was out west. So in the summer of '48, we sold just about everything, bought the best wagon money could buy, fine team of animals to pull it, even bought myself a Winchester. I'd always wanted one of those. Things shaped up fine at the outset, but about 4 weeks in, the wheels came off. Literally. The damn axle broke. Best wagon my ass. I was able to get it fixed, but it took a couple nights. On the second evening, I decided to take John out on his first hunt. I actually brought down a bison. It was all luck, but he didn't need to know that. He looked up at me in awe. His eyes got really big and he said, "Daddy, you have to teach me to shoot like that." After I promised him I would, he ran on ahead to get a better look at our dinner. He knelt down and something lashed out at him from the ground. He jumped back, holding his arm and screaming. The snake got him. We cleaned the wound as best we could, but he was in agony. He, uh, he was in agony right up until he took his last breath. We buried him where I made that kill, where he looked up at me, where I had the last special moment I would ever have with my son. Another one of these, please. It didn't rain for 2 weeks after that. Water got scarce. Just as we were about to run out, we came across a small river. It's more of a creek, really. And we thought it was God's providence. But when we got closer, it had this unwholesome smell to it. And so I told everyone not to drink any of the water, despite how thirsty we were. I mean, I just had a feeling. The next morning, Rachel had a fever. It just kept getting worse with every passing hour. Near the end, she admitted that she had snuck a sip of water. And she asked me to forgive her and to make the pain go away. I told her I forgave her and that I loved her. But she couldn't understand why I wouldn't make the pain stop. On the 66th day of our trip, she passed away. There was nowhere to take her, so we laid her to rest right there, about 70 paces off the road. My little Rachel. I practically had to drag Suzanne away from her grave. Wouldn't you know it? 2 days later, we came over a ridge, found a whole lake full of fresh water. 2 days. Damn Axel. That should have done it for me. My children gone, their futures wiped out, and for what? Well, I was determined that there would be a reason. That somehow the unknown would justify losing them. It was madness. Suzanne knew it, but she was too devastated to talk any sense into me. So we pressed on. About a week away from town, we lost one of our animals trying to cross the ford. And a couple days after that, Suzanne and I took ill. I don't know what it was. It came on sudden. We were laid up, violently sick. After 3 days, I started to recover, only to watch helplessly as my wife continued to suffer. I knew the only chance of saving her was to get her to the doctor in town. So as soon as I could sit up, I emptied the wagon of everything, put her in the back, and I drove those animals for 2 days straight, non-stop. We were less than a day away from our new home when her suffering finally ended. I held her in my arms as she left this world behind. She closed her eyes, those soft, beautiful brown eyes, for the last time, just as the sun broke the horizon. I lost everything and everyone I ever loved on a dusty road that led to nowhere. The unknown? I know. I know what grief and pain feel like. I experienced more than most men endure in a lifetime. And I was only 11 years old. So, thank you, Oregon Trail, for teaching us that life's a bitch.
So, you'd rather play Pac-Man?
Pac-Man? No. I'll never put myself through that again.
Oh.
It's a long and lonely road if you take it on your own. Wait for me, we'll make it home.
So I'm Josh, I'm the director on this. Did you see the short film Busted?
Yes.
I'm
yes,
like
I
the
did.
director on that, but a lot better. So...
Oh, stop. Sorry. That was the same year I married Rachel. Rachel, that's my daughter. That's sick.
You just lost your wife, and so you are just really brokenhearted. Need you to think of something really sad,
Right.
like your fantasy football team.
Hey, it was a long road. I looked down the road and I said, "Boy, that's a long road."
Cut.
Well, you don't like that accent, do you?
Not at all. Obamacare?
Show me the way to go home. I'm tired, I don't want to go.
Who gave him real whiskey?
I had a little drink. I want another drink. That's good.
How the story goes.
The prequels.
Somewhere else it
What
needs
Okay, that was too much.
That was the year I married Suzanne. We had 2 children. Jay and John.
You might be getting a girl.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, we can do this. I can do this. He looked up at me in awe and said, "Daddy, you have to promise to shoot me." There might be a problem. If we could go back to Naboo when it was just us and our mom, I mean, come on! Who thinks that's good writing? Whole childhood is gone.
I said cut!